Hello again, guys. Melissa here, business and life success coach, founder of Peak Living with Mel. So excited to be here today. It's just another short video. I'm over here in the UK and it's a very, very hot day today. I hope wherever you are in the world, watching this video, joining me live or watching the replay, I hope that you're having a great day. So today's video is entitled The Procrastination Struggle. Why not do it? So I hope you'll be able to get great value from today's training, brief training. Now, we all know what procrastination is. It's that intentional and deliberate putting off of something for another day or for another time. You know, you keep putting something off and saying, I'll do this when, I'll do this when. I'll do this after I clean the house. I'll do this when I complete my report. I'll start on Monday, or I'll start this next month. You know, I'll start this when I'm done with my studies. And we just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But one thing I want to say is that procrastination is not a mental illness, neither is it a character flaw. So if you find yourself struggling with procrastination, like some of you have expressed in the video, and I think we all procrastinate. I mean, my hands are first to go up. My hands are first to go up. At times I do, and I have to beat it. We all procrastinate about something. And if there's someone who said that they don't procrastinate, if they were to just micro-observe themselves for a week, they may find that one little thing that they keep putting off, whether it is going to the gym, starting the exercise routine, I'll start on Monday. Whether it is, I want to write that book, it's been years I want to start writing that book. Whether it is their taxes, whether it is cleaning the house. You know, we all procrastinate about something. Some people more than others. There's research that shows that there are 20% chronic procrastinators. 20% are chronic procrastinators. So if you struggle with procrastination, whether it's from time to time or whether you're a chronic procrastinator, it's not a mental illness. Neither is it a character flaw. You can overcome procrastination, but you have to make that deliberate effort to want to procrastinate. Now, there are some people who will postulate that this is according to Psychology Today, that they procrastinate because they perform better under pressure. And according to Psychology Today, research demonstrates that that is just simply an excuse to justify that behavior. So if you struggle with procrastination, it's time to make a deliberate effort to overcome it. Now, research has demonstrated that there are 3 types of procrastinators. So right now, I'm going to share with you 3 types of procrastinators, and I want to ask you, which type are you? Are you 1, thrill seeker? And basically a thrill seeker is someone who they wait until the last minute because they thrive on the euphoric rush. So they always leave that report, that assignment, that presentation, whatever it is that they're working on, they always leave it for the last minute because they thrive on that rush that they get. Or are you number 2, an avoider? And such persons procrastinate because they fear failure, or perhaps they even fear success. And because of that fear of the challenge that's before them, because of that fear of failing, perhaps, they keep procrastinating. For instance, an avoider might keep procrastinating starting that exercise routine because they know it's hard and it's a challenge. And perhaps they've been on the yo-yo for so long that now they keep putting it off because of fear of failure. So they are an avoider. And Psychology Today says that such persons tend to be overly concerned about what others think about them. Or number 3, are you a decisional procrastinator? Now, a decisional procrastinator is someone who avoids making that decision because they believe it will absolve them of any responsibility for the outcome. So they avoid making a decision. Perhaps they're in a relationship And they think, hey, it's my partner who is supposed to suggest that honeymoon trip. So they avoid making that decision and they keep putting it off. They keep putting it off, absolve themselves of their responsibility because they think it's the other person's responsibility to ask them. So I want to ask you, which type of procrastinator are you? Are you a thrill seeker who waits till the last minute because you thrive on that rush? But you know, the thing about it is that when we procrastinate and we leave it for the last minute, and even if, for instance, you may be a university student and you still succeed in that paper, don't you think that if you prepared, you amply prepared for it, that perhaps you can perform even better? You could surpass the outcome that you received? Are you an avoider? You procrastinate because you fear failure? Or are you a decisional procrastinator? You avoid making that decision and you keep putting it off. So I want to tell you right now that procrastination, if you continue to do it, it can affect your career, it can affect your relationships, it can affect your love life, it can affect your business, it can affect your personal life. So it's time to take the bull by the horns and make a conscious decision to beat procrastination to the curb. And I have a simple exercise to do so. And for those of you who follow me, you always know that I never leave without a simple exercise to help you because I believe in giving. So my simple exercise to help you is to get a sheet of paper. Is there something that you're procrastinating about right now? Reflect for a minute. You know what it is. What is that one thing that you're procrastinating about right now? I don't know what it is, but you do. Get a sheet of paper. And I want you to write at the top of that paper, why not do it? And on the left-hand side of the paper, I want you to write positive consequences for doing it. On the right-hand side of the paper, I want you to write the negative consequences for not doing it. And then you will realize, based on the outcome, that it is something that you need to get done, and you will get it done. Now, before I give an example for this simple exercise, I just want to mention one thing off the tangent, is that sometimes too we procrastinate about something that may not even be important. So that's why it's important first to have clear goals. Know what it is you want to achieve and have clear goals on why it is important to achieve it. Because you don't want to have things that you can delegate to others on your things to do list. So if you run in a business, for instance, and there's something that you could delegate to others, or perhaps you're a manager and there's something you could delegate to others, and you have it on your things to do list and you keep procrastinating to do it. But really and truly, it's something that you could have delegated to someone, then do so. But now we're talking about things that you have to get done. So on the left-hand side, you write positive consequences for doing it. And on the right-hand side, you have negative consequences for not doing it. And let me give an example. I love to use the weight loss example. Let's say you need to start your exercise routine. You've been working so much, sitting at your desk for so many hours a day, that it has become imperative that you start to exercise. So why do it? What are the positive consequences for doing it? 1, increased motivation. 2, a boost of energy. 3, better health. 4, better mind. 5, it will help to keep you fit. 6, if you want to lose weight, you'd lose weight. 7, more positive mood. 8, reduce stress. I can even go on some more. These are the positive consequences for doing it. What are the negative consequences for not doing it? Mood fluctuations, 1. Anxiety, increased anxiety, 2. Increased stress, 3. Perhaps depression, 4. And then you continue to procrastinate about it. So there you have it. That's just a very, very simple exercise to identify the thing that you've been procrastinating, why you should do it, the positive consequences, and the negative consequences that will happen if you don't do it. And by the time you finish with this exercise, you realize, hey, I need to start this. You know, I'm going to start my exercise routine now, not Monday. Don't complete that exercise and say, okay, you know what? Look at the list of positive consequences. I know this is good for me. I'm going to start this on Monday. No, you're going to start it now. Thank you for joining, Sasha. It's so good to have you. If you missed the beginning, please go back. I'm sure you will enjoy this short video on procrastination. Why not do it? I was just sharing a simple exercise. And for those of you watching live, sometimes many persons are watching live, but I'm not able to see. And when I'm done with the video, I'll see like, okay, 23 views. And I'm like, 23 views? You know, so I'm not always able to see who's joining live, except if you comment, perhaps. So thanks for those of you who join in live, and for those who will be watching the replay, thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. So there you have it. I was just sharing a simple exercise that you can do so that you will stop procrastinating. And I used the typical exercise weight loss example, or an exercise routine example. So when you're done with this, you realize, look at the long list of positive consequences if I do this. So why not do it? I need to start now. So start now. You prepare your exercise routine. This afternoon, I'm going for a half an hour walk or a 40-minute jog. You start now. Don't say, I'll start Monday. Don't say, oh, I'll start Saturday. No, because you're still engaging in procrastination. So you have to make a conscious, it has to be a conscious effort. You have to recognize and admit that procrastination has been affecting whether it is your productivity, whether it is your work outcome, whether it is your relationships, because you've been procrastinating spending that time with your children. You've been procrastinating putting off that trip with your loved one. So even your relationships, whether it is your career or your vocational aspect of your life, you've been putting off that studies that you want to start, that course of study that you know is something that you love to do, and that you're sitting in this job, but really and truly, I want to be a psychologist, or really and truly, I want to be a forensic scientist, and I've been putting off this study, or I've been putting off doing the research and identifying the university that I want to study with and begin my study. So it can affect your career. It can even affect your spiritual life. For those of you who have a spiritual life and you keep putting off the time to spend in prayer, or you keep putting off the time to spend in meditation, you know what? I'll pray tonight when I come from work. Tonight comes, you get so busy, caught up in the routine, you're tired. I'll do it when I wake up in the morning. And it even affects your spiritual life. So there you have it. Procrastination can affect all different aspects of your life. Your business, you keep putting off your taxes. And then suddenly the deadline is upon you, and you have to put everything else on the back burner and dedicate the last week, the entire week, excuse me, to getting those taxes done. And perhaps you get them done and there's an error. So it can even affect your business life. So if you struggle with procrastination, my friend, it's not a mental illness, it's not a character flaw. It's something that you can overcome, but you have to want to do it. As with anything in life, if you want to be better, you have to first have the desire to want to be better. As with anything in life, if you want to change, you have to first have the desire to want to change. As with anything in life, if you have a weakness, an area for development, you have to have the desire to want to succeed and overcome and be better in that area. So it starts with your desire. Do you struggle with procrastination? Do you want to overcome it? Take my exercise. It's a simple exercise, and there are many, many exercises out there. Even if it's chronic, you can see a mental health practitioner if it's chronic. If it's not chronic, I can help you as a life coach. If it's not chronic, I can help you as a life coach. Sit down and put together a plan. If there's something, a particular goal in your life that you really need to start and work on, and you've been procrastinating about it because perhaps you don't even know where to start, or because perhaps you fear failure, like I identified the 3 types of procrastinators. The avoider. You have the fear of failure. And with that support, it will give you the confidence and the guidance you need. So if it's something that you struggle with, I can help you as a life coach. If it's chronic, then you'll have to see a mental health practitioner. But there are many exercises out there. And even if you don't work with me personally, I can guarantee you this simple exercise that I shared, if you do it, then you will overcome procrastinating about the thing that you've been procrastinating about. Why? Because I do it myself. There was once a time I used to procrastinate about my exercise routine. And that's why I shared that example. And I kept saying, I'll do it on Monday. I'll start on Monday. How many of us keep saying we'll always start our new exercise program on Monday or on Sunday? And I had to make the decision by following this very same exercise I shared with you. Make the decision that, hey, these are the positive consequences. This is something that I need to do and I need to change it now. So after you've gone through the exercise, get that sheet of paper and write down the steps that you need to take to work on whatever it is you've been procrastinating about, whether it's starting your book, whether it's starting your business, whether it's a course of study, whether it's a vacation, because even that you need to plan and you need to identify the steps to do so, whether it's migrating, whatever it is that is relevant to you. Make the decision to stop procrastinating and putting it off so that you can enhance in whatever area of your life that needs to be improved. So I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button or hit the love button if you loved it, and share it also with your friends. If you know someone who struggles with procrastination, just share it with them as well. I'm sure it will brighten their day and give them some direction in their own lives. And if you want to know more about me and what I do, hop over to www.peaklivingwithmel.com.